Hey y'all, it's Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing here, and I'm actually doing the first time ever a show review for one of my favorite shows, Insecure, long awaited, because you know Issa has been gone doing movies and shows and all this great stuff. So we have been wanting and needing in this quarantine time an actual drop of Insecure, and that's exactly what we got, and it packed a lot of punches. So let's get into it. To jump into this review, go ahead, snuggle up with your favorite quarantine snack, and let's get started. So let's start off with how Issa begins the show. She literally says like a foreshadow of her and Molly's friendship, and we get to see that later on in the show, but she starts off the show with basically saying she's not messing with Molly at all, and then it goes ahead and fast forward, sorry, rewind 4 months prior and kind of gives us a glimpse of why that is. And I'm just like, okay. We also talk about how great the shows are in the background, like looking for, I think it's looking for Toya or something like that. This new show that's in the background, it has star-studded cast, and it was hella funny. So shout out to them for making this show an actual good show too. The last one was good too. I think it was called Due North. That was cool too. But this one seems like it's gonna be really, really cool. So I'm excited for this background show. So last season, season 3, I'm just gonna say that I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen between Kondola and Issa, because it already looked like her and Lawrence were like starting to date. Kondola, being the person who I'm talking about, we're starting to date, and I was like, oh my gosh, and this is not the right time, because her and Issa are having this blossoming friendship, and now Lawrence is in the mix. I knew this is going to happen, and we definitely see that happening when Issa meets up with Kondola. She kind of asked her like, hey, can't wait to see your boo, not even knowing the whole time she already met the boo, been with the boo, knows the boo very well. And then we go ahead and jump on over to this is just crazy. It's being revealed to Kondola and Issa that her new boo is actually Lawrence. Yeah, that's the new boo. And it was just awkward. It was just so awkward to see. I mean, obviously it's Insecure, so we've seen a lot of awkward moments with Issa, but this was beyond justifiable. Like, could you imagine, like, I don't know, I don't know if I was like mad at Tiffany for not saying anything, because I feel like she's pregnant, so she's going through a lot already, and also she tried to make it very clear that she thought that Lawrence was just a one date and done kind of thing. But I kind of still feel like she should have told Issa, or even told Kondola, like, hey, just so you know, like, Issa and Lawrence used to date. Seriously, just I don't know, maybe she just want to get in between things. I really don't know, but that was kind of fishy to me. I have a question. Would you mind if your friend, well, new friend, whatever, if your friend was dating an ex of yours, like, obviously, and they didn't know prior to that they sought out your ex, that they really did not know that this is your ex? Would you have a problem with that? Because this is kind of like the theme right now in this scene, and it's kind of like, I feel like they have a business relationship, so I don't think that she should jeopardize that for Lawrence. Like, not even jeopardize that. They're both valid in feeling the way that they do, but I don't know if it's worth like just stopping it just because. I don't know. I really don't know. I do like the way that Kondola and Lawrence kind of talked it over and like communicated with each other about how they were feeling about the situation, and I also like how mature Lawrence was. I know it's hard for me to give him something. It's hard because I'm not part of the Lawrence side. It's hard for me to give him something, but I will say it was really cool to see that he was like, you know what, let me step outside of how I'm feeling right now and be like, you know what, Issa is a great person. Issa really hasn't wanted to throw on this event, and you could be a great resource to her. Don't drop the ball on her. She really needs you right now, so you should help her. And I like that. That was very commendable. Props to Lawrence. Probably gonna be the only props I give right now, but we'll come back to that. And then we get to Molly. This is season 4, so what is this, like 4 years technically of the storyline? And I'm just like, maybe even more, maybe longer. I don't really know how this show story timeline is, but I think it's been like 4 years technically, and Molly has been through a lot of relationships, and each one has been failed mostly to her communication skills. They're trash. She doesn't communicate, she doesn't say her feelings, she just bottles it up and just gets angry at people for a reason, like just thinking that we're mind readers. Well, that her partners are mind readers, and it's like, girl, no. This is exactly what we're seeing in this scene with her new bae. Expresses to her that he's not free on Friday to go on a date with her because he has another date. And then he says to her, are we both dating other people? This would have been the perfect time for her to be like, no, I thought we were serious and I thought that we were just dating one another. But of course Molly didn't do that. She played it off like it wasn't a big deal, and then got upset with him once they went to the party and had like a whole attitude with him, like, she extra. Really? That's what we're doing? We're really doing this right now, Molly? Fast forward to the party when Kondola actually did show up and arrive. I felt like Issa wanted to tell her more than just about Lawrence. I think Kondola was like, oh, it's cool, he's not coming, and just kind of like brushed it out because she was feeling awkward and weird about it. But I feel like Issa was trying to like tell her like, it's cool, girl, like, let's like step to the side and have a real conversation. But I feel like Kondola's like thoughts got ahead of her and she didn't allow that conversation to be had. And I kind of wish that they did have that conversation because it was needed, because the entire event was just awkward and weird between the two of them, and necessarily, but it was just like, oh, well, not necessarily, but understandably so. Issa's pictures to the sponsors, it was just all over the place, which is relatable because I get jumbo brain too when I'm in a room full of people and I'm trying to present something for an event. But it was like a train wreck until she was able to get control for the party and tell everybody thank you for coming, and kind of was able to share her vision with everybody. That was refreshing to see. We see how Molly reacted to the news that Kondola was dating Lawrence. She was pissed. Like, I get it, she had just found out because she didn't answer her phone when Issa was trying to tell her, by the way. I get it that she was pissed, but I feel like Issa was trying to do something mature and be like, you know what, I don't think it's just in the middle of our work relationship. And I think that it's valid to know that she actually has been helping me. Like, I couldn't have done this without her. It wouldn't have been this great. She gave me all these resources, and I'm just gonna like let that be what it is for right now. Like, I'm not gonna focus on that. It doesn't have to be awkward, it doesn't have to be weird. And Molly's like, really? You're always full of drama, and it doesn't always have to be that way. And it's like, my all people talking about drama. Sis, you you know a lot about this topic. I'll give you that. You know a lot about this topic, but I just felt like it was so condescending for her to be like Issa was doing a bad thing by being a bigger person and just like letting it be what it was. I don't even think she was making a drama feel. She was like taking acknowledgement, like, hey, she's a great resource, she's a good friend so far. I don't want to lose that because of somebody I'm not even really still dealing with. This was an indication of like what's to happen between the two of them. I don't know necessarily if their friendship is going to be gone forever or for good, but I can see how Issa doesn't want to be friends with her any longer. I could see why the opening scene was that. Anyways, but shout out to Reg, who played the security guard TSA bae and Issa's bae in this. You did great, Reg, and shout out to Bree for telling me about it, which is my friend Brianna, and that's her boyfriend Reg, and he's been working so hard at this, man. So you did amazing, and I'm so happy you're getting the acknowledgement that you deserve. I think that Issa's character should date him. Like, I really do. Like, let me know in the comments about your thoughts about this show entirely, but let me know if you think that he's a good match for Issa, because I think so. I think that he's a great guy in this show, and I think that he's really like it for Issa. I hope that she can see that and actually give him a shot. Let me know what you think about Reg and Issa dating. Do you think that should be a thing between the two of them, like more deeper actual relationship? Do you feel like Issa and Kondola should continue their friendship? Do you feel like Molly overreacted, which I think she did? And yeah, any other show predictions that you may have for the season, let me know below so we can get this combo going. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.